This is proof. Men and women are equal. Women can do anything men, perhaps even better. Coach Greg, in today's video, feminists think that because a woman beat a man in a race, that they've somehow declared victory, that men and women are equal, that the trans community is saying this is proof. Men and women are equal. Women can do anything men, perhaps even better. Except this is what actually happened. A female Division I track star, she's a Division I track star, an elite athlete, raced a man who insisted he could beat her. So she's out at practice with her boyfriend, running laps, doing whatever. And the guy's buddy says, yeah, I think I could beat you.
I am a D1 track athlete.
About this one time, I, for some reason, raced my boyfriend's friend over 400 meters.
He refused to believe that a woman could beat him in a race.
He does not run, but he challenged me to 400 meters. And I only agreed because I was doing a 400 workout already, so I was like, sure, join me.
He's not a Division I athlete. He's not a running champion. Just a guy. He says, you know, I run pretty good. I think I could beat you. And so they do the race, and they're going by the play-by-play. He keeps up with her for the first 200 meters. She's going at her own pace.
But to narrate what went down, I just ran the first 200 meters with him. I just stayed with him. I'm not exerting myself for no reason. I have nothing to prove here.
And eventually, near the end, she kicks it into full gear and beats him by a couple of seconds. And so the women are saying, hey, this is victory. We're so amazing. Look at what we did. You have an elite level athlete who beats a non-athlete competing in a race. What did you think would happen? She runs it in 57 seconds. Her PR is 53. The guy's only a couple seconds back. That is faster than I've ever ran it in my entire life. And I used to do triathlons. And so he did, in fact, run pretty good. But is this enough to say that women are better than men at anything? Really?
If you're crazy enough to challenge a 400, 800 athlete to a 400 race, that's on you. I'm not going to correct you.
He does not run, but challenged me to 400 meters. Is this guy delusional? He doesn't run. He's not an athlete. But yet he thinks he can beat a Division I female, all because she's a woman. And so if anything, the story should be, is this guy out to lunch? Why would a guy think he can beat a woman who's clearly an elite level athlete? Just because you're a man, perhaps you're taller, have more testosterone, maybe you're stronger, doesn't mean you can beat a female at her chosen sport of which she is an elite athlete. If you've been practicing training for years, clearly you should be able to beat a man who's not practicing for it.
And then since he does not run at all, his lack of fitness really hit him hard after 200 meters.
He doesn't run at all. The fact he kept up with her for 200 meters, the fact that he only finished a couple seconds behind her, it's amazing. I mean, I personally don't believe it. I think this guy pretended. Do you really think that a guy who doesn't run ever, he's a couch potato, is going to beat an elite level Division I female runner at her specialty? Of course not. It's ridiculous.
So yeah, there's me pushing hard. I actually felt some lactic. And I actually ended up running 57 for this, which is pretty good for practice.
And so the guy clearly was doing well the first 100 meters, but at the end, he's exhausted. He doesn't practice, doesn't train, and so his cardio, his fitness, it begins to die off. The fact that he could keep up for this long, to me, truly amazing. Perhaps if he were to train even a month, maybe he would keep up. I don't know. Perhaps he has amazing genetics for running, for sprinting. But clearly he was dying at the end, and she clearly beat him with ease. And so bravo, I'm glad that she won. She deserved to win. This guy was ridiculous to think he had a chance, but he did in fact get to race her. It was perhaps the highlight of his life. Perhaps he always wanted to run a Division I athlete female for whatever reason. And so she kicked his ass, she beat the guy, and so that's amazing. But the fact that this went viral, the fact that feminists are thinking this proves that women are faster than men, or that they should be able to compete as trans athletes equally at the Olympics, because as you can see, women can beat men. That's ridiculous. In a poll, it was discovered that 12% of men in Great Britain think that they could score a point playing tennis against Serena Williams. What is wrong with that? 12%, 1 in 8 guys think they can get, it's a fluke. And so to score 1 point on Serena Williams, what if she double faults her serve? You just got a point. 15 love. You're winning. And so just because you think you can get a point on someone doesn't prove that men think they're better than women. It's saying I can get a point. And so this video, it stirred up some controversy. Some turning into a debate over whether men or women are better athletes. Just because the woman beats the man doesn't mean anyone's a better athlete. It has no bearing. Even if the guy beats her, it doesn't prove or disprove anything. It could be a fluke, a one-off. The guy perhaps was training in secret. He went and showed up and beat her. Does that mean that men are better than women at everything, even if they don't train? Of course not. They were saying, you barely beat him. That just shows how slow you are. Now race one of your male teammates. Like, men are still stronger, she says with a laugh. I never said any of that. If a woman trains hard, she trains her entire life, clearly she's going to be very good. she's going to be, in fact, amazing. And if you're a male and you do nothing, the chances of you beating a woman who's at the elite level in her sport are practically zero. Does it mean that trans females and trans males can all compete at the same level and that there's no genetic advantage to being a male versus a female? Of course not. Just because someone beats someone in a race doesn't mean that there's no differences between males and females, that nothing ever matters.
Why did you turn the comments off? But I mainly turned it off for his sake because I felt really bad because people were being a little mean to him.
And so think about Conchi. Well, she turned off the comment section. People were all in this guy's face saying, why do you challenge this girl? Why do you think you're so great? She beat you, blah, blah, blah. And so being as kind as she was, she turned the comments off. She did not expect this video to go viral. She did not expect all the people to go and hate on this guy. She's a Division I elite level runner. She knew she was going to win. She ran it for fun. She knew she was going to win. She thought, I'm going to humor the guy. I'm going to train with this guy. I'm going to do my 400-meter run. I have to do it anyway. And so why not? And she posted the video, narrated it. And how is this a big deal? It's not for feminists to say, look at this, she beat a man. It's not for people to put down this guy. It was a fun race. Think of it. 30 years ago, they would have done this race. It would have been cool. It was fun. Now, everyone records everything, posts it on social media, and then people go crazy.
And then this isn't really why I turned off the comments, but I don't know why. A lot of guys are like really mad at me. Like, I personally attacked them. Like, oh my gosh, it's not that serious.
And why would guys be mad at her? This is not about men versus women. It's two people did a race. One is a woman, yes, but she's an elite level Division I athlete. The other one is a man, yes, I get it, but he's not an athlete. He had an advantage. He's born a male, but she had another advantage. She trained her ass off and has amazing genetics. And so in the end, she won. It's not a big deal. It shouldn't be this controversial. It's not men versus women. We can all get along.
I really don't care if some little boy calls me slow and blah, blah, blah. I have a lot better things to do.
And so people are calling her slow because she didn't beat him by 10 seconds. Well, so what? People are saying, oh, you can't beat your male teammates. Well, so what? She doesn't need to. She competes against other women. That's why we have male categories and female categories. We know that the male times are faster than women's. Look up the world records. It's obvious. That is why we have separate categories. She doesn't care that she can't beat her male teammates. She just likes to run and she's having fun.
We make running look really smooth and easy. That does not mean you can jump out there and do it. So please stop underestimating the ability of athletes.
Her message, stop underestimating the ability of female track athletes. They are a lot faster than they look. Although they make it look smooth, they're running with great form, they are in fact moving it really, really quickly, and they are fast. And if you're not a trained athlete, there's no way you can keep up with them. And so please don't underestimate their abilities.
Like, we're on good terms. He's a good guy. He's a really nice guy. So yes, he said something stupid, but okay.
And just to point out how ridiculous it is to think that men and women should be competing together, the retired USA Championship soccer team, they're all retired older guys. They played against the current USA women and they beat them about 16-0. They were retired men playing against women who are currently at the top of their game. Clearly, there is a huge difference between men at the top of their sport and females. And so if males, females, trans athletes all compete against each other, it's not a level playing field. We need separate categories for men, separate categories for women so that competition can be fair. And if you are in fact a track athlete or any elite athlete or even just a runner, anyone training for 1 hard minute on anything, perhaps give beta-alanine or GO2 Max a try. Both of these supplements are going to help you to run faster than last time. Whether it's running, biking, lifting weights, please click the link in the description. Code Greg, 10% off. Also, don't forget about the cookbooks, the sale on the Seco protein bars, $9.99 with any purchase of any harder than last time supplements. We also have a clothing line, have so many supplements, everything you can imagine. Please head over to my website. Don't forget, code Greg, 10% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think of all this? Do you think you could actually beat a Division I female track star? Also watch one of those 2 bloops, and until next time, I am out.